make your house more valuable, but you're not going to be able to sell it at the price that you're going to be paying taxes for, you know. So get you a plan, and this city will come back. You just need somebody to sell it. Thank you.
Well, I'm a new homeowner in E.C., and I've been in E.C. ever since I was 11 years old. It's a cut through E.C. to go to Euclid Beach Park. That's a long time ago. And I look at it like this here. We got a lot of schools here, nice new schools. But who's going to control the franchises that's going to come in E.C. and start opening up corporations, business, making millions of dollars? Because you're going to get people to come to E.C. to spend their money. You got a gold mine here, like the guy said. People will come to this city if you got something to offer. I mean, I ain't talking about just, you got to clean up Euclid. Look at all the glass. When you pass Superior to, I say about maybe RTA, you got a whole lot of bottles, glass, cigarette butts. But when you go by Euclid Commons, you don't see all that. You don't see the campers on the ground and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, these are the three people that was appointed by the mayor. You live in E.C.?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now with this merger, if the E.C. merged with Cleveland, that means housing inspectors are coming here too, do their job too? Is the whole city of Cleveland coming to E.C.? The whole department of City Hall is coming here?
The rules will be whatever. Listen, please. Listen, go ahead.
Mr. Assistant Mayor
Whatever's
Smedley.
agreed to. If it's as simple.
Who's going to make those agreements? The people that live here or you three?
Our job with the three folks that Cleveland appoints is to come up with a plan. You get to vote yes, or you get to vote no, if you don't like the plan. We can't force anything upon you. Our job is simply to create the best plan possible, and if one can't be done, we don't vote for it.
In a public setting.
And in a public setting.
That sounds pretty good.
So,
Michael Smedley.
A lot of misinformation has been given out, and so that's
so to your point, things that would be helpful for us to hear would be, if you think that you don't want housing inspectors, that would be something that would be useful information for us to know. I'm not saying housing inspectors are good, bad, or tell us what you want your parks to be. Tell us whether you remain as East Cleveland or merge. Tell us what you want.
Hold on.
Okay, here.
We don't have a mic in here, so let's be quiet so we can hear.
Tell us what you want your police to look like. Tell us what you want your fire service to look like, what your parks, what your roads. Tell us what you want so that we know what we're aiming for.
And I think to that point, if I can just add to that, as a citizen of East Cleveland, I know what I want for my city. You know, I drove down Terrace Road today. I was meandering through town, coming back from the meeting, and I had to drive on both sides of the street, up and down, all around, and drive 2 miles an hour in order to get down the street. I thought, okay, this is no good. You know, I want some nice roads. Guess what? I'd like to have someplace to go get coffee down the hill when I'm on my way, going wherever I'm going. I know what it is that I'd like to see for my city, and I like my city. I wouldn't be here, because I don't have to be, if I didn't like where I am. So, to his point, let's talk about some positive movement forward. We cannot do anything about what happened in the past. It's done, right? Okay, we can complain about right now, but that's not going to help us either. Let's talk about a bold vision for the future. What is it that we want to see? Whether it's East Cleveland or whatever it is. Let's try to create a vision for looking ahead. What is it that we want for us? Because when we sit down with Cleveland, they know what they want. okay? And they know what they think they want too. We need to know what it is that we want. What is it that we're interested in for our community? Because I'm gonna tell you, in doing a little research about East Cleveland, I love my community, but I'm surprised at the wonderful assets that I didn't even realize that we had. Yes, we have lovely parks here. Yes, we have a housing stock that is incredible and multifaceted. We have a housing stock that you can, and many of you have, lived your entire lives in East Cleveland. But you know what? A young person or a young family could live in an apartment. They can move into a lovely starter home once they start a family. If they, move up in their careers, they can move into a lovely big home, not only up the hill, but down the hill too. There's lovely real estate stock in East Cleveland. The hub of transportation is in our community. Let's talk about let's be bold and think of the future. Let's not mire ourselves in the past. That's all I ask.
I want to piggyback on that. That was the purpose of the meetings. This is going to be more meetings of such so we can have the input of the residents. It's not about attacking each other. It's trying to work together to come up with what we think we can get out of the deal. And if the deal don't go forward, what do we do then? Is there a plan B? So that's why we got to be quiet, respect each other when we go to speak, and let's talk about the issues and not about the person. Because the problem is bigger than one person.
And, Mr. President, we have one of our commissioners who came in, Mr. Jackson. Why don't you, Mr. Jackson, stand up and want to say something to the floor?
Everybody spoke earlier.
Everybody spoke?
Yeah.
25 minutes or 30 minutes? Okay. My name is Andrew Jackson. I apologize for being late. I was on my way here, but I had a situation with one of my properties. Somebody broke it, and I had to wait for the police to come in Cleveland, and response time wasn't that great. So I had to wait for them to come. But nevertheless, I am proud to be serving here. I am born and raised in the city of Cleveland. Went to Cleveland Public Schools, went to the state. I'm a businessman here in the community. I have several businesses in Cleveland where I employ residents of Cleveland, and I have a manufacturing company. And I had to restrain myself from saying anything because I understand and empathize with where you all are. And oftentimes only the beaten know how to be beaten. But I can only tell you that we were not part of how we got here, we're just part of going forward. And I'd like to make sure you all know that we're here not as 3 commissioners who are going to work against the 3 commissioners in Cleveland. They're going to be 6 commissioners working together to bring a solution for you all that considers all the things that you all are talking about. But
good evening, patrons. The computer labs are now closed. The computer labs are now closed. The library will be closing in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Speech in 2 seconds. Thank you.
Also noted that Councilwoman Joei Graham is here as well. What do you think, sir?
I just want to make sure and reiterate that we want to make this as positive as possible. We realize there's a lot at stake here. There's a lot of things that have transgressed in the past. But right now, we're really trying to get some options and get an understanding. At least I would like to, and I think the body of council wants to get an understanding of where the residents are and what they feel as far as the different things that they would like to see their city have still maintained in their city, whether we're Cleveland or we're East Cleveland. Annexation is on, that's an option, but we also are looking at a feasibility study. So all of these things, we need the input from the community. This is our attempt to be more transparent, get the community more involved so that this is a process that we all share and partake in together. I just want to reiterate that.
We'll go over here to the last 3 because we're going to not be able to close shortly.
Milton, get in line. You can get in there. Go ahead.
Please get ahead of Smedley.
We sit in forums and there's